Hey everybody, you're watching We the Fandom, where we discuss comic books, pop culture, and the fandom experience. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel to see more content. How's it going everybody? Jacob here at We the Fandom, and continuing with the character history videos, which I'll probably continue until the Wanda Vision series is over. Today I'll be talking about the history of Vision in Marvel Comics. And like my video on the Scarlet Witch, I'm not going to go through the entire character's history, just his origin through the events of Avengers Disassembled, focusing on some of the bigger moments of his character. So after deciding to rebel against his creator Hank Pym, the evil robot Ultron kidnapped Professor Phineas T. Horton, the creator of the original Human Torch, using him and Horton's first creation, the Human Torch in the 1940s, to build an android of his own. He had Horton color the android's face red and alter the cells of the android to give the Vision his density shifting powers. However, when the Vision was birthed, Ultron discovered that Professor Horton had not erased or destroyed the Vision's memories as the Human Torch, leading to Ultron killing Professor Horton for having betrayed him, and then the Torch sought vengeance of his own against Ultron. But Ultron pretty easily defeated him and reprogrammed the Vision's neural processors with the brain patterns of Simon Williams, aka Wonder Man, and implanted a control crystal to keep him in check. Ultron then dispatched the Vision to draw the Avengers into a death trap, and it was during this initial encounter that Janet Van Dyne, aka the Wasp, gave the android his name, due to the fact that when she first saw him, she thought he looked like an unearthly, inhuman Vision. However, they were eventually able to take him down. While examining him, he basically became conscious again, attacked the Avengers, but after calming down, he informed the Avengers that he'd basically been sent there by Ultron 5 to destroy them. Ultimately deciding to side with the Avengers, the Vision betrayed his programming and helped the Avengers defeat his creator. He would then state that he wished to join the team, and after being tested in a fight against Captain America, Iron Man, and Thor, he officially became an Avenger. One day, the Avengers would be invited to the helicarrier to attempt to destroy a container of adamantium, the same unbreakable metal that covers Wolverine's bones. While discussing the potential use of the metal, the Vision would find out that his mind is being taken over and disappear. Shortly afterwards, when the Avengers returned to their base, Iron Man was suddenly trapped in the training room, and while the other Avengers were trying to get him out, the Vision traveled to the helicarrier and stole the cylinder of adamantium. When the Avengers found out, they began to speculate why the Vision would have betrayed them, just as the Vision returned to attack the Wasp. The Avengers got together, attacking the Vision, and he explained to them that he had used the adamantium to rebuild his creator Ultron against his will. Even with the combined efforts of Thor, Iron Man, Goliath, Yellow Jacket, the Black Panther, Wasp, and the Vision, now freed of Ultron's influence, the robot managed to defeat the Avengers and left to plot the destruction of all mankind. Wanting to make up for having betrayed the Avengers, the Vision followed Ultron back to his base to learn the robot's plot, which was basically that Ultron 6 was attempting to destroy New York City in a giant nuclear explosion. The Vision was joined by the Avengers, but he chose to battle his creator on his own. But due to S.H.I.E.L.D. showing up to track the adamantium and stunning the Vision, Ultron was ultimately able to escape, leaving the Avengers to deal with the device that could destroy the city. With the Vision's help, the Avengers were able to stop the nuclear device, as well as figure out that they needed a molecular rearranger device to dismantle Ultron's adamantium body. Meanwhile, Ultron attempted to siphon information from the brain of Dr. Myron McLean, a scientist who works with adamantium. The information would help Ultron build himself the ultimate body and create an army of Ultrons to take over the Earth. When Ultron attempted to absorb the knowledge of McLean, the procedure went wrong and Ultron began to go insane, setting himself to self-destruct. However, the Avengers were able to save the day by trapping him in a dome of vibranium to contain the explosion. Later, Dr. McLean was revealed to actually be Henry Pym in disguise, who basically used self-hypnosis on himself to convince everyone that he was McLean. The Vision would be involved in more nefarious events during his career as an Avenger, like the time he attempted to connect himself to a supercomputer with which he would use to take over the world's systems and more directly influence the world's affairs. For some reason, he would confess his plans to his teammates, which led to the Avengers being able to stop him. And this whole event culminated in the world's government no longer trusting the Avengers, and more specifically the Vision, leading to the Vision and Scarlet Witch giving up their membership on the team. There'd also be a time where he had been replaced by the anti-Vision with the white body. We kind of saw an Easter egg for this in Avengers Infinity War, but ultimately the Vision was able to convince Ultron of all people to help him defeat the anti-Vision and gain his body back, with him and Wanda also rejoining the Avengers. Now, I'd already talked a little bit about the romantic history between Wanda and the Vision in my video on the history of the Scarlet Witch, so if you want, you can go back and check that out. Basically, they fell in love and got married while they were both in the Avengers. Wanda would use magic to create children for them, but the spell would eventually break, leading to Wanda struggling with her mental state. This would lead to the events of Avengers Disassembled, which saw Vision become a casualty of Scarlet Witch's chaos magic. And this is due to Wanda subtly affecting the Avengers to behave irrationally, causing She-Hulk to go savage and tear the Vision in half, killing him. In terms of Vision's powers, he's an android, and so he has a supercomputer as a brain and therefore far above average intelligence. His main ability, however, is density shifting, which allows him to become intangible as well as to give himself super strength and durability. Lastly, using the solar gem on his forehead, he's able to absorb solar radiation which he can store in his body, as well as project solar energy from the gem. Now that we've gone over some of his comic book history, I wanted to do a quick review of his history in the MCU. So during Avengers Age of Ultron, Tony Stark and Bruce Banner would create Ultron in an attempt to create a more secure world. Ultron would deem the Avengers failures, and in his efforts to take over the world, he would create a perfect vibranium body for himself, using the Mind Stone as a catalyst. The Avengers would get to the body first, and Tony Stark would upload the neural patterns of his AI, Jarvis. And with Thor providing the energy, the Vision would be born. They end up defeating Ultron, and then Vision would join the Avengers. He would participate in Civil War, siding with Tony Stark, end up falling in love with Wanda Maximoff, but meet a tragic end when Thanos pulled the Mind Stone from his head in the events of Infinity War. The Mind Stone basically being the object which held his entire personality and being. Now, if you guys want, I can do a more comprehensive video on the history of these characters. This is kind of the Cliff Notes version, just to give you guys enough info to understand a little bit about what you might see in the Wanda Vision show and how it relates to the comics. But that's all I had for you guys today. If you are new to We the Fandom, please hit that subscribe button. If you enjoyed this video, please smash the like, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.